Peace, Islam, Hotep, Namaste. My name is Auset, Mayat, Edu, Bay. And it's once again with great pleasure that I welcome you into my humble abode for our Culture and Refinement series, Part 7, entitled The 7 Units. And now let's just delve into our 7 units and go over what they are once again to refresh our memories. Number 1, unit number 1, how to sew, unit number 1. Number 2, how to cook. Number 3, how to clean. Unit 4, how to take care of our children. Very important, taking care of our children. Point number 5, how to take care of self. And this will delve over into also how to take care of our husbands. Men, this also is for you, this channel. You can listen. Also how to take care of yourself and your wife or your consort. And that's 5. Number 6 is how to act at home. And number 7, how to act the bride. And now let's delve into the points that we're going to deal with today. Are point number 2, how to cook. As you can see, I have my blender set here, and we're going to go over the steps of how to make a really good banana strawberry smoothie. Very tasty and delicious. Banana strawberry smoothie, unit number 2. We're also going to go over unit number 4, how to take care of children. Now, as an educator, I want to touch on this every week, as I stated before. So they're going to delve us over into unit number 5, so it's always going to be, that's always going to overlap into number 5, which is how to take care of yourself and husbands and wives. So we're going to talk about how to take care of our children. So first I want to do a little brief discussion on that, how to take care of our children. We'll start with that, and then we'll get into our smoothies here and wrap it up. Now, there is a very strong dilemma that also is faced in our community right now with the children. There are a lot of children that are in foster homes, and right now the statistics are saying that in the so-called African American community that the statistics are very high, 50% right now, as far as children being raised outside the home in foster care. And also with the Tamahu or the Caucasian community, it's about the same. It's about 45%, give and take, a little bit less, maybe 5 or 10 points lesser. But that's kind of high in their category too for the Caucasian or the Tamahu communities. And last but not least, we have the Hispanic community. They have the lowest, which was at 15%, the Hispanic Mexican community. And I can see that because living in different cities, I always see the Mexican or Spanish communities there. Most of them are out with their spouses, with their children, protecting them. They're out and about with them. So even though we know they have their problems too in their families, but I do see that family unit is more intact. Whereas with the Caucasian unit and also with the African American so-called black community, that has fell off very in a bad way as well, so-called bad, troublesome way. So we're going to talk about that. And also they were on the Michael Basin show today, and he had some of the men call in, and they were just voicing how bad it is for them when it comes to seeing their children. So that's a very bad dilemma that is going through right now for the families here, and that's causing these high rates also of the statistics are very high in the community because of that. Because a lot of this has to do with the women not allowing the brothers to see their children. Now, the brother should be allowed to see his children as long as there's anything bad within his character, or negative, I want to say, as far as him not being able to see his children. Now, some of those factors could be like for child abuse or some type of very bad sexual abuse. If they're doing that, of course they shouldn't be allowed to see the children unless it's supervised or some, people present or authorities present that way. Of course, yes. But just going outside the home and visiting with the father, as long as there's nothing negative, it's that. He should still be allowed to see his family. Even if he doesn't have a job right now, he's trying to do right, but it's so hard for some of the brothers so they can find out what they really want to do. They should still be allowed to see their children. because women are the first nurturers. You should be the first nurturers, but women themselves are not being nurtured correctly, because a lot of time I think this is attributed to the fact that they didn't have a strong father. And I think that plays a very strong part. It's when they get to be adults and they don't have that family union, they become hurt by the men. They don't really have that strong father there to help them get that balance where they should be, allowing their children to see their their father in this situation. I myself, I had a strong father. He was in my life. He raised me. He raised my sister and my brothers, all of us, after my mother passed when I was only 11 years old. He was a very strong man. So I think this has made me the woman that I am today, because I had not only had a strong mother, but I also had a strong father. So that definitely plays a part in relationships. And I think that's where it has becoming broken. There's an old spiritual that says, will the circle be unbroken? Yes, it has been broken in some of our communities because of that. Now, if the parents can't get along, of course they should be able to see their children, like I said, as long as there are no strong extenuating circumstance where they're not allowed to be able to see their children. And one of the brothers, he had called up on the radio program, and he was saying that he was so hurt and pain, you could tell in his voice. He pays his child support, but he says sometimes his wife does not keep the agreement to even let him see the children. And when she does decide to let him see the children and have them for the weekend, she presents them in a way they don't look presentable. Their clothes are disheveled. I think he had girls. They were girls that he was raising, and said their hair was uncombed, and they looked very disheveled as far as their appearance. And he pays child support, and he believed the fact was due to the fact that she was trying to get back at him. And then another brother that called in, he said that him and his spouse were able to make amends with the children because they were getting older, and she realized that they should be with their father. So that was something good. Now, I think that's what has to take place. Wherever that woman was, she was a wise woman, because she realized that the father needed to be in their lives. So she allowed them to eventually go with the father on the weekends, and now I think he has full custody of them, because it's getting so hard of her to raise them after a certain point. And I think, as I stated before on one of my videos, the woman should be the first nurturer, but it's hard because if the woman is not nurturing herself, how can she be expected to be a better parent if she does not have that example before her? So I see the dilemma for both sides. Like, I don't want to beat up on the woman and then beat up on the man. I mean, it all must have balance in it, so we all must be able to share and teach one another so we can all learn to heal each other. Like I said, I myself, I had a strong father, and my children, they're very productive now. I'm a grandmother, and their father was also in their lives. So it's very, very important, sisters, to try to keep that going. Very important for the children. And we see also with our ancestors, that's how it was done. We see a picture of Heru sitting on his mother's lap. Isis, Auset, he's sitting on her lap. And with the father, Osiris, is present, but we see that the woman is the first nurturer in that photograph or those statues that we see, which is also representative of Mary and her son Jesus, or Isa, or Yahshua. We can say the same, because it shows us that the woman is the first teacher. But now we have to get into our communities more and deal with the hand-on-hand of teaching everyone, not just the children, but also the parents, because this thing is reaching way on down. We have to get into the root now. And as an educator, it's very important that parents also have to be retaught as well and re-educated. If they want to truly make it through this new energy, because the universe is now calling on that now. That now people must come back to the proper knowledge of themselves, which is what most of the the people in our community have been teaching, such as Noah Ali, Elijah Muhammad. I mean, all these men, they were teaching these things as far as showing us the way. As well as the fact that I had a strong father as well. But these men are also the teachers and the mentors in our communities that were, teaching us how to show us the way as well. So that's what I want to say, and we have to learn to heal and nurture one another, sisters. Look within self, sisters and brothers, and come to the fact that all must heal and nurture one another some way. Make amends with each other for the sake of our children. And like I said, we're going to deal more in this as the weeks go on. Okay, so I hope we all learned something from that. and we'll go more into it as we go, as I stated just now. So now I want to go over the banana smoothie recipe. I wrote some of it down. I already have some of it made. First of all, you just need 2 bananas. If you don't want that much, just for yourself, you can use 1. Just take the recipe and break it up in half. 2 bananas. Also, or 1, like I stated. You also will need, you can buy yogurt, plain yogurt, such as strawberries, or get your own strawberries that I've done and mix it in with your, let me stand up here and show the products. These are the healthy bananas that we have right here. Organic, always get organic. Put it up with the camera. Organic bananas. And then 2 of those. Then we want to mix in, you can try your milk. I usually don't use, of course, being healthy, trying to eat vegetarian style. This is almond breeze. Half a cup of that or more, or 1 cup. If you're doing the 2 bananas, put in 1 cup. If not, put it in half just for yourself. Or you can also use 2% milk as well. Mix that in. Like I said, you can buy your strawberries, mix them in with that, or use your strawberry yogurt. Blend it. Put a little almond in there if you want to. The almond, a little vanilla. Stir it in if you like that as well. Also, club soda is good mixed in too for that little sparkling effect. And then add it all together. Then when you're done, I've also been drinking some of it, as you can see, a few minutes before I started the video. And as you can see, it's all prepared, already done. Let me reach over here. Pop it open. And we're going to pour it into our glass. Our banana smoothie. It's coming on now. I'm just going to pour a little bit in this little glass here. As you can see, voila. It's all ready. And, as they say, cheers. That's all. This is just a little bit I got in here. It's all ready. Tastes good. It was so delicious. Also, you can also mix it in with chopped ice. If you don't have the type of refrigerator or freezer, you can still get a bag of ice. And also, maybe half a cup. Blend it in. You're going to put it all in together with strawberries, bananas, your almond milk, 2% milk, whatever you're using in that in that area. And mix it in all together. And it's so good. Also, the sparkling water that I have right here is good too. Just mix that in. The sparkling water. And there we have it. Voila. It's so good. So much energy, and you can drink this like all day. I mean, it's good at work, whatever. You put in your little canister and put it in your little lunch bag. It's good for the children. They come home from school while you're deciding what to make for the dinner. It's very good as well. Morning time, you're in a rush. Like I said before, this is very good. A lot of recipes like this are online, and they are available. So there we have it. The banana strawberry smoothie. So once again, we're going to wrap it up, and I hope we all learned something. And once again, thank you for welcoming me into your humble abode as well. And I will see you in the next few days, and we'll let this marinate for now, and we'll come back and continue on with part 8. Boy, the weeks are flying. And we'll continue on with taking care of our children, getting more pointers, and how we'll set up more things in our community to educate others so we can make it a better world for our children. Thank you so much for listening. Have a blessed night. Peace and love.